4th of January, Gemini Perseverance. Perseverance becomes faithfulness. Gemini is the sign of the twins. Each of us has a twin. We have the self that we recognize, the self that we build and cling to, and the self who walks unseen beside us. The path of our development lies in coming to know our unseen self, who is revealed to us through our interactions with the world and our relationships. Walking this path requires perseverance as we meet many challenges, and the commitment to continue to walk this path, despite the effort required, becomes faithfulness. Imagine what happens when a group of musicians or actors improvise. Improvisation is a dynamic process. You don't quite know what's going to happen. You have to be completely present and absorbed in the activity to respond and play your part. Behind that dynamic activity, a lot of patient work has taken place. In order to improvise effectively, musicians have practiced scales and learned to recognize motifs and patterns. The individual has persevered at his practice so that he can bring to the group a contribution that enhances or helps to shape the shared process of creation. When improvising, there is no time to analyze what is happening. The creative activity is spontaneous. There is no script telling you what to say or who speaks next. Actors play off each other. Musicians sense what chord or notes to play to create harmony. Improvisation is an act of faith, and faithfulness is an act of improvisation. Too often we think of faithfulness as a dogmatic sticking to a commitment or vow, often for reasons that soon become externalized and empty. Life is an ever-changing journey of change and challenge. If our commitments are fixed and rigid, we soldier on, perhaps because we have become too fixed to respond creatively, like a musician who has not noticed that the music has changed key. Perseverance is an individual activity through which we hone our skills and work to achieve our targets. When we join with others and enter into the stream of life, we cannot be certain of what will happen. Our relationships with other people or with organizations require faithfulness, the conviction that, whatever may happen, we want to be part of it and to contribute. Imagine putting in many hours to learn a foreign language from a book. It's only when you interact with people who speak that language that you will truly learn it. So too, it is only through interaction with other people that we learn what it is to be truly human. As perseverance becomes faithfulness, we learn to speak the language of the heart. We will make many mistakes, face many challenges, and learn many lessons, but in order to participate in the great dynamic improvisation of faithfulness, we must persevere at the process of self-development. Love may motivate us, hope may give us a sense of direction, but faith is the power that inspires us to keep taking one more step along the road. Each human being is a spark of the divine that has been planted here to fulfill a sacred purpose. The act of thinking inspires us to persevere in the act of self-instruction, in the lesson of meeting one's own spirit in the spirit latent within all things. When we are faithful to the mandate of self-instruction deep within us, we remain faithful to our sacred purpose and fulfill our debt to the world and to those people with whom we share destiny. Meditations and visualizations. The poem I Am Not I by Juan Ramón Jiménez. I am not I. I am the one who walks unseen beside me, the one who sometimes I recognize, and who sometimes I forget. The one who remains silent, serene, when I speak. The one who forgives, tender, when I hate. the one who walks where I am not, the one who will remain standing when I die. Contemplate a task which you are striving to fulfill. Write down in your journey the hindrances that challenge you in this task. Imagine that deep within yourself you can hear the voice of faithfulness to yourself and others. Listen to what faithfulness has to say about your strivings. Listen for the wisdom of perseverance. A meditation on such faithfulness is the prologue to the Gospel of John. John chapter 1, verses 1 to 14. It proclaims the word which we hear in ourselves when we keep faith with ourselves, with others, and with our task by persisting against all hindrances. This is John chapter 1, verses 1 to 5, my own translation. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was within God, and the Word was the divine being that existed within God in the beginning. Everything came into being through him, and nothing that exists came into being without him. Within him was life, and that life was the light of mankind. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not assimilated it.